Today, I'm reversing Chris Paul's career, meaning that he'll be starting it off on the San Antonio Spurs and ending it with the New Orleans Pelicans. Chris Paul has played for 7 NBA teams, so we're going to see Paul make a lot of different stops throughout this video. And I want to note that the rosters will be updated every single season so that Chris Paul has the accurate teammates in each and every destination that he plays for. But for this first season, CP3 will be backing up Tony Parker here in San Antonio. This Spurs team has championship aspirations, and Chris Paul has never won a ring throughout his career in real life. So it'll be interesting to see if Paul can add a championship or maybe multiple rings throughout his reversed NBA career. But that's enough talking. Let's get this simulation started with season number 1, Paul's rookie year. Tim Duncan wins MVP. Duncan had a monster season, averaging 23, 17, and 5. He must have been benefiting from playing alongside great playmakers like Tony Parker and Chris Paul. Darren Williams won Rookie of the Year over CP3. Williams had a bigger role in Utah, and as a result, Paul missed out on this award. But credit to Darren, he put up great numbers. About 23 and 10 as a rookie is ridiculous. Chris Paul did win 6th Man of the Year though, averaging 18 and 6 in year 1. That's great off the bench. And Duncan won DPOY. So based on all these awards our guys are winning, I think we've got a real chance to go for the title this year. Chris Paul did make all rookie first team, and this year we won a solid 50 games, making us the number 5 seed in the Western Conference. In round 1 of the playoffs, we'll be taking on Phoenix. They've got Nash, Amari, Shawn Marion. And remember, Chris Paul will be spending some time with the Suns a little bit down the line. But in the meantime, we got to beat this team. Game 1 of the series, we'll go to Phoenix. We take game 2, they win game 3, and 4, we lost in 5. Not exactly how I expected this postseason run to go. Paul wasn't bad by any means. However, we were just unable to get the job done in the playoffs. I thought with MVP Tim Duncan, we might win a title, but I guess not. So now Chris Paul will be moving on to the Golden State Warriors for 1 season. Here in Golden State, we've got some hoopers. Baron Davis, Jason Richardson, Monte Ellis, CP3. However, we've got a lot of guards. So Paul might be coming off the bench in year 2. Let's see what coach is thinking. Yeah, coach has Chris Paul in that 6-man role. But we saw Paul thrive in that role last year with the Spurs, so hopefully he can do that once again. And obviously, eventually, Paul will become a star, so he'll be starting down the line. For now, he's just had to back up some elite guards to begin his career. The Flash wins an MVP. Chris Paul, another 6th Man of the Year. And we were the 1 seed here in Golden State. We made a trade for Tyson Chandler. I love that. We traded Tayshaun Prince in a first, and we signed Tayshaun on a minimum, then traded him to go get Chandler. Okay, that's like a 4D chess type of move. Signed a dude to basically like a minimum contract, then get a young star center. Maybe not star, but great role player center, really good basketball player. With the addition of Chandler, I feel like we might be able to go for a title here. Oh no, maybe not. 99 overall Kobe is waiting on us in the first round. Now, I understand his supporting cast is pretty garbage, but come on, man, it's Kobe. Oh, wow, we swept the Lakers. Now we've got the other LA team, the Clippers. They have 92 overall Elton Brand. However, that's not going to be enough for them to win. We're moving on to the conference finals against San Antonio, CP3's former team. Let's check in on how Paul's been doing so far. Okay, he's been averaging about 17 and 8. That's really good for a bench player. But now we got to get past our toughest opponent yet. Game 1 of the series will go to us. We also win game 2 and 3. Oh man, we just swept them. This has been an easy run to the finals. But now we've got the Heat with Dwayne Wade and the Diesel. This is going to be tough. Game 1 will go to us. How come every time I say the series is going to be tough, it's easy? We're up 2-0. We're up 3-0. Chris Paul just won a championship in his 2nd season. Tyson Chandler wins finals MVP as a result of that trade we made. And Chris Paul is already a champion. Congrats, CP3. It only took you 2 seasons in this NBA universe. But unfortunately, Paul is going to have to leave the team he just won a title with. However, he will be joining a pretty solid squad over in Phoenix. The Phoenix Suns have another elite point guard in Steve Nash. But I'm tired of seeing Paul come off the bench As much as Nash and Paul are both true point guards, I'm going to have Steve Nash slide over to the 2, just so that way both him and Paul can start. This backcourt's probably combining for about 100 assists a night. Tim Duncan wins another MVP. I kinda expected Paul to be on All-NBA now that he's starting, but I guess not. However, we were the 1 seed, and CP3 added up double-digit assists this season. 18 and 10 on the year. Good stuff, CP3. And yeah, Nash, he averaged pretty similar numbers. So you're getting 36 points and 20 assists from your backcourt. That's crazy. Round 1 of the playoffs will be taking on the Mavs. Nash used to play for this team, but the Mavs are the 8 seed, so this shouldn't be too tough. We beat them in 5. Next up, it'll be the Golden State Warriors. Paul won a chip with his team last year, and this year we're going to a Game 7 against CP3's former team. Let's hop in the Simcast here. It's going back and forth here. We might end up with a close one. Yep, we got a 4-point game, minute 27 left. Let's jump in. First time seeing CP3 in action. We've got the ball and the lead, so we're in a pretty good spot right now. As Paul is defended by Baron Davis, CP3 over to Cheeks, and oh my goodness, Cheeks lives up to his name. He gets rejected by Bogut, and Weber just ran Chris Paul over. That's a charge. Good stuff, CP3. Now we've got a chance to expand our lead a little bit. Paul attacking the basket here, gonna fake. He's got Bogut in the air. Come on, give me the and one. We'll take it though. 2 foul shots for Paul. First one's good. Second one for Paul is off. Come on, CP3. Chris Webber bringing up the ball here. Oh no, he's got the mismatch. CP3's guarding him. Screen will come from Bogut. Webber is not backing down Paul for whatever reason. CP3's holding strong. He's been in the weight room. That's locks. Good defense, CP3. Now the ball will go to Steve Nash. Nash to the basket. Down to Cheeks. And Cheeks gets the layup to go. We're up by 7. Oh man, it might be over with. C-Web bringing up the ball here for Golden State. Weber going at Amari Stoudemire. He's getting absolutely clamped. And Cheeks with the steal. Come on, man. Sean Marion to Nash. Nash gonna pull. Oh my gosh, it's over with, Golden State. Y'all needed Chris Paul to win that title. Big W here in Game 7, and we're moving on to the conference finals. Conference finals, it'll be the Denver Nuggets. Oh, this is when they had AI, Melo, and Camby. This was a good Denver team. It's a 1-1 series after 2 games. We win Game 3, they win Game 4. Let's jump in the Simcast. Game 5, we're all tied up. It's going back and forth here late in the game, but we're going to be able to pull away with a nice 4th quarter from the guys. Paul 16 and 13 in this one. Now we just need one more win to move on to the finals against Boston. The Nuggets aren't going to go down easy though, as they're going to come out with a Game 6 win, Melo with 38. So this series is going 7. We won our Game 7 in the last round. Hopefully we can do the same thing right here. And we are going to manage the Game 7 W. Chris Paul is back in the finals for a 2nd year in a row. Chance to go back-to-back while playing for 2 different associations. But the Celtics, they're a tough opponent. They've got Allen, they've got Pierce, they've got KG, they've got Rondo. Game 1 of the series will go to Boston. They also win Game 2. Not a great start for us. Okay, this is a terrible start. At least let us get a game, or not. The Celtics win the championship, KG with the finals MVP. After that finals loss though, Chris Paul will have a chance to make things right here with the Suns, as he's going to be spending 2 more seasons here in Phoenix. I'm going to have Nash at the 2 again because that seemed to work pretty well. We made the conference finals. And we also have Shaq now, so that's pretty cool. LeBron James wins MVP. And I got to show y'all what went down in Phoenix this year. First of all, Chris Paul, he made All-NBA 2nd team. Best season of his career. Congratulations. But the Suns just had the greatest season of all time. They won 74 games. I don't know how this happened, but it happened. So I'm assuming we'll win the title. Round 1, we got the Warriors. We sweep them. Real quick though, if you're enjoying the video so far, I really appreciate it if you consider subscribing. We're trying to hit 50K. I know I ask for subscribers every video, but it's because other YouTubers do it and apparently it works. So now I'm doing it. Anyway, 2nd round, we got the Rockets. We beat them. And now in the conference finals, it's the Lakers. They've got Kobe, Odom, Powell. Ooh, this is going to be tough. I don't care if we won 74 games. That Lakers team looks pretty good on paper. Or not. We're just going to beat them in 5. Finals, we got the Raptors. Yeah, y'all aren't winning a single game with all due respect. Okay, they're up 2-1. My bad. We do tie it up at 2 apiece. So let's jump in the Simcast for game 5. If we went 74-8 and lose to this Raptors team, that would actually be terrible. There is no universe where that should happen. All right, we do win game 5. We just need one more, and Chris Paul will already be a 2-time NBA champion in just 4 seasons, which doesn't sound right. But we came up short in game 6, so this series is going 7. No way you do this, CP3. We win 74 games and face a mid-Raptors team. I was about to say, we better win this game 7, and it is a blowout. Chris Paul is a 2-time champion as him and Nash went off in this game. Nash wins Finals MVP over Paul. So no Finals MVPs just yet for CP3. But he's just hitting his prime, so he's got plenty of time to add more chips, get his first Finals MVP, maybe win a regular season MVP. Sky is the limit. And we'll also be looking to go back-to-back here in Phoenix as Paul's spending one more season with this team. Chris Paul is the best player on the Phoenix Suns headed into year 5 of his NBA career. Let's see if we can go back-to-back. Tim Duncan, another MVP. Chris Paul makes All-NBA second team. Did I have injuries on for this year? I made sure to turn those off for the playoffs. And this year we won 51 games. Definitely a step back from the 74 we won last year, but still pretty solid. Round 1, we got the Mavs led by Dirk. And we're down 3-2 to Dallas. We just lost in 6 coming off the title. Paul played really well in the regular season and postseason, but I guess it just wasn't enough. And now Paul will be making his next stop. He's headed to Oklahoma City. And man, the Thunder, that team is going to look ridiculous, let me tell you. Unfortunately, Paul will only be here for 1 year, but I think it's going to be a great season. We've got KD, we've got Russ, we've got CP3, a young Harden, Serge Ibaka. I'm going to move Russ to the 2 guard, and let's get this started. The Thunder are always great in the LeBron era simulation, so if you add Chris Paul into the mix, I really have no doubts about this team winning a title. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be too surprised if they won more games than the 74 that Paul won with the Suns. Season is over with. LeBron James wins the MVP. Scott Brooks, Coach of the Year. We didn't win like 75 games, but 67 is pretty good. And Paul made All-NBA first. Not scoring the ball as much, but the assists were really high. And I mean, we did have Kevin Durant on our team. He was probably the one getting a lot of buckets. I bet the Brody was scoring too. So there just weren't as many buckets to go around for Paul, which was fine because clearly what he was doing was working because we were winning. Round 1, we'll be taking on the Houston Rockets. Paul will be playing in Houston next year, but for now he's going to beat Houston. Next up, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks. They've still got Dirk. Oh, this is 2011. This is the year they won the chip. Uh-oh, we might be cooked here. We win game 5. We lose this series in 6. They kind of smacked us in game 6 too. I really thought Paul would win a championship alongside KD and the Brody, but unfortunately, he was unable to get it done as the Mavs beat us, and Denver went on to win the title. Melo beat Bron in the finals. So now it's on to the next destination, the Houston Rockets. Houston, we have a problem. This team is garbage. But don't worry, next year, James Harden will be making his way to the Rockets. And Paul's only spending 2 seasons with this team anyway before he goes to the Clippers. KD with an MVP. James Harden 6th Man of the Year. He'll be a Rocket alongside CP3 next year. Chris Paul made All-NBA 3rd team. Not scoring the ball a lot once again. But we did make our way into the playoffs, which I'm not complaining about considering the supporting cast. I know we only won 44 games, so it's unlikely that we win the chip here or anything. But anything is possible. We might be able to make it out of round 1 at the very least because this Kings team isn't very good. Alright, my bad Sacramento. They kind of cooked us in round 1. So another year of playoff shortcomings for Paul. I'm hoping he can make some noise next year playing alongside the Beard. CP3 and Harden, let's run it. I'm excited for this duo. I mean, we've already seen them play together in real life, but this time they're both quite a bit younger. The Brody wins an MVP. Chris Paul makes All-NBA 3rd, averaging 18 and 9. And we won 49 games. I expected us to be better. Harden gave us 25 a night. Paul was doing his thing, but I guess that just didn't translate to too many wins. In round 1 of the playoffs, we'll be taking on the Clippers. This is where CP3 will be playing next. And Paul's going to take down that Clippers squad. Next up, it'll be the Thunder. Oh, man, here we go. This is going to be tough. Game 1 goes to OKC. They also win Game 2. Yeah, we're cooked. We got swept. But I'm hopeful that Paul can make some noise as a member of the Los Angeles Clippers. Just like real life, he will be spending some time alongside DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin. So we're giving Lob City a second chance here. Hopefully this time things will go a little bit better and they'll win a title. CP3 is here in Los Angeles, and as you can see, DeAndre Jordan hasn't hit his stride just yet, but he will be playing alongside a really solid player in Blake Griffin. He's an 87 overall. You've also got JJ Redick here for shooting, Jamal Crawford to, create his own shot and get buckets. Overall, looks like a pretty solid squad. LeBron James wins MVP. Chris Paul makes All-NBA third team, averaging about 15 and 12. And this year we won 46 games. Not too shabby, but nothing crazy. Round 1, we'll be taking on one of Chris Paul's many former teams, the San Antonio Spurs. Kawhi Leonard hasn't exactly hit his stride and become a star just yet, so this series is definitely winnable. We beat him in 6. Oh my gosh, not OKC again, bro. Well, I'm ready for our L. I know what's coming. We're down 3-0. We got swept by OKC, and the Heat went on to win the title. Here we go. Year 2 with the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan has hit his stride in the league. He's up to an 85 overall. Hopefully, he can be the difference maker for us as Paul looks to lead the Clippers to an NBA title. Wardell wins an MVP. Chris Paul, All-NBA third team. Scoring went up a bit this year to 17, and he averaged 11 assists a night. And as a team, we were better with 54 wins. But let me show you all what was going down in the East. The Cavs, they won 74 games. So even if we make it through the West, if we see that Cavs team in the finals, it's going to be rough. And in round 1, we've got to challenge the San Antonio Spurs. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge. We swept them. Next up, it'll be Golden State. Curry did win the MVP this season, and they won the 15 title in real life. But we're giving them some trouble. We're tied up at 2 apiece here, headed into Game 5. Let's jump in the Simcast. We're going to get the dub here. One more win, and we'll be in the conference finals. All right, Clippers, you all are exceeding my expectations. I thought for sure we were about to lose to the Warriors, but it looks like we're actually going to beat them in 6. Blake Griffin has been on a different level in these playoffs. And next up, we got the Blazers. They have Dame, CJ, LaMarcus. They'll win game 1 and 2. We just beat the 2015 Warriors, and we're going to lose to the Blazers. We finally get a game on them. We get 2 games. Hold on. It's not over till it's over. We're going to jump in the Simcast here for game 6. If we lose here, it's over with. But if we win, we're going 7 with the chance to complete our 3-0 comeback. And this game is close. 3-point game, minute 32 left. We have the lead and the ball. Gotta jump into this one. Blake Griffin on the inbound. He'll give it into Paul. CP3 is defended by Lillard. Screen will come from Redick. Now it goes down to Griffin in the post. Griffin working on Batum. Puts up the hook and gets it to go. That'll expand our lead to 5. We're looking pretty good right here. Up by 5 points, chance to force 7. I feel like we have all the momentum in this series. Dame finds Reggie Jackson wide open. He misses. Greg Monroe will rebound it. Paul gives it up to JJ Redick. Redick working in the mid-range here. Finds Griffin. What a pass! Oh my goodness. JJ Redick, he's been working on his passing with Chris Paul. Lead is up to 7. Unless the Blazers get a bucket here, this one might be over with. Batum's wide open, and he misses. We get the rebound here. And oh man, we might have a game 7 coming up. Chris Paul gives it up to Redick. Redick down to Blake Griffin. This could be the dagger right here. Griffin spins, lays it up and in. Good game, Portland. Blake Griffin, 41 and 17. He's an absolute beast. We've played so hard to get back in this series. We better not let up in game 7. We gotta win this one, or else all those other wins were for nothing. Blazers come out strong in this final game. They're kind of blowing us out unless, wait, we're coming back. 3-point game, 2 minutes, 27 seconds left. Blazers outscored us by almost 20 points in the first quarter, but we've stormed all the way back here in game 7. Now we're still down by 3, but this is definitely doable. A lot of time on the clock here. Damian Lillard has the ball. Dame will get the screen from Aldridge. Aldridge pops, Lillard attacks, and he's blocked by DeAndre Jordan. Now here comes Chris Paul. CP3 defended by Dame. Looking to create a play here. Paul to the basket. Layup is good. We've got a 1-point game. Are you kidding me? Less than 2 minutes remaining here. Reggie Jackson down to Dame. Bad defense there from Paul. Yeah, that's bad. Blazers lead is back to 3. We knew Dame wasn't going to give up in the clutch. Chris Paul has it here. Clippers in need of a bucket. It looks like they might go to Griffin in the post. Yep, they're going to Blake. Blake spins, hook is up, and it's off. Rough miss there for Griffin. Now it'll go to Batum for the Blazers. Nick Batum working on Odom. We'll swing it to Damian Lillard. Dame time. Attacking Paul. Great defense from Paul, but Dame finds a way to get it to go. Oh, man. We are down by 5 points. Still a minute 30 left. We just got to be patient here. Look for a good shot. Paul to the basket. Gonna put up a layup. Oh, no, he missed. Can we get the board? Yes, we can. Paul gets the board, goes back up, and gets it to go on the second effort. He might be the smallest guy on the floor, but it's heart over height. Damian Lillard running the pick and roll with Robin Lopez. Dame finds Lopez on the roll. Great recovery from Jordan. DJ gets the board. It'll go up to JJ Redick. Redick is attacking on the fast break. Goes to the basket. Layup is off, but he's fouled. Come on, JJ. We need both of these. Oh my gosh, you're JJ Redick. He missed a free throw? Don't miss 2. I was about to say. Might be time to make that podcast or start coaching, buddy. How are you missing free throws? Damian Lillard with the rock here. Lillard will get the screen from LaMarcus Aldridge. Dame is going to spin, go to the basket, swings it to LaMarcus. LaMarcus to CJ McCollum. Now the screen will come from Aldridge. CJ gonna pull the mid-range. Oh my gosh, he knocks it down. Still 39 left on the clock, but we gotta score on this possession, that's for sure. CP3 swings it to Redick. JJ for 3, and it's good. I take back what I said. You don't need to make the podcast just yet. We've got a 1-point game. No need to foul here. Oh no, JJ got blown by CJ McCollum. Now the ball will go to Damian Lillard. Dame over to Nick Batum. Batum is defended by Odom. Now CJ gets the rock. Good defense. JJ. Here comes the screen from Lopez. JJ gets cooked on the screen. CJ knocks down a mid-range. No help on the screen. But this game is still within reach. It's a 1-possession game, 13.1 remaining. We've got plenty of time to get a quality shot off. And we might need to go to JJ Redick for a 3 here. Lamar Odom is inbounding. The ball will go into JJ Redick. Redick is gonna let it fly. No, JJ! It's probably over with now, man. Time to create that Spotify account and start the podcast, buddy. I'm sorry. Because now, barring a free throw line meltdown from the Blazers, we're cooked here. And we know Dame's not missing 2 free throws in the clutch, let's be honest. First one is off. What? No way. Did I just jinx, bro? Miss both for me, Dame. Come on. He made one. I mean, there's still 5.1 left. Is there any chance? Paul bringing the ball up. Oh, no, there's no chance. Why are we shooting from half court? He made it. Of course he did. He hits a huge 3 to cut the lead to 1. Oh, my gosh. That's the most Clippers thing ever to do. We were down 3-0, come all the way back just to lose. Then Chris Paul hits this half-court shot. I immediately saw bro fall down to his knees at half-court when he knew his team had lost. Paul had a good game, but it just wasn't enough, man. The Los Angeles Clippers have been eliminated, but Chris still has 4 more seasons with the Clippers to try and win a title. Let's see if this year we can bounce back after the disappointing end to last season. Damian Lillard with an MVP. Chris Paul, All-NBA third, averaging 15 and 11. Pretty similar to what we're used to from him. And this year, we won 58 games. We're the 1 seed, while the Warriors are the 8 seed. This is the season where they went 73-9. I don't care how many regular season games they won. I'm really not that excited to see this team in the first round. Yep, we're down 2-0. We're going to lose to an 8 seed. Yeah, we're going to lose to an 8 seed. We just got swept by the 8 seed, matter of fact. I don't know how that team won so few games, but whatever. And Chris Paul was really hooping too, and we still lost. Whatever, we lost to the greatest 8 seed of all time. Rockets win a championship. That was a pretty quick year for your Clippers. Clippers. All right, here we go again. Pretty much the same Clippers squad. Hopefully not the same result, though. We've been coming up short in the playoffs quite a bit. Dame time, another MVP. Paul did not manage to make All-NBA this year, and we only won 40 basketball games. It was a lackluster season for the team. That was a W vocab word, but I'm assuming we're about to get cooked by MVP Dame. Maybe not. We're up 3-2 right now, as Paul is really dishing it out in the playoffs, averaging almost 13 assists a night. Let's see if we can close this out in 6 against the Portland Trailblazers. Well, we lost in Game 6. It's going 7 here. Last time we were in a Game 7 against the Blazers, it did not go well. We kind of got a rivalry going with this team at this point. Hopefully we can do a little bit of winning in this rivalry. Or not, bro. The Blazers just have our number. Whatever, man. We lost. And the Warriors go on to win the title. Only 2 more seasons left here in Los Angeles for CP3. Roster looks quite a bit different this year, but we actually have some really good role players, so maybe they can be the difference makers for us as Paul continues to try and bring a championship to the Clippers. Kevin Durant with an MVP. No All-NBA for Paul. But this year was crazy for the team. We won 67 games as role player Paul averaged 12 points and 9 assists. Come on, Chris. Round 1, we'll be taking on the Spurs. Oh no, this is going to be tough. 96 overall Kawhi. Oh, well that was easy. Round 2, we got the Nuggets. Joker, Paul Millsap. Look at Richards ball ahead over there. It's a 2-2 series. Let's jump in the Simcast for Game 5. All right, we got the win in Game 5. One more and we'll be in the conference finals. I thought we were about to close this series out, but the Nuggets really outplayed us in the 4th, outscoring us 38-21. So here we go, Game 7. Game 7s aren't exactly the Clippers' specialty, but just give me one Game 7 win, 2K, please. It'd be much appreciated. Well, I thought we had this one in the bag, but the Nuggets put together a great 4th quarter. Fortunately, we were able to squeeze out this win, and we're moving on to face... Oh, no. Not the 2018 Warriors. We're cooked. We're cooked. We won Game 1 and 2? No way. Bald head Richard Jefferson, not even prime Jokic, not prime Murray. They took us to 7 games, but the 2017 Warriors just got swept. Whatever, man. And now we got the Cavs. They've got Isaiah Thomas, D-Wade, Bron, K-Love. Game 1 will go to us. We also win Game 2. Come on, CP3. Oh, the Cavs get a game. But we win in 5. Blake Griffin with the finals MVP. And Chris Paul brings a championship to Los Angeles, putting up a whopping 2 points in the final game. Shout out to Patrick Beverley. I think he should have been the finals MVP. But CP3 averaged 15 and 10 in the playoffs. Not bad at all. Although Blake Griffin was definitely the best guy on our squad throughout this run. And Paul does have one more season left here in Los Angeles, so we'll see if we can go back to back. Oh, I forgot. Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan did end up leaving this team, so, oh yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked. Hey, at least Chris Paul has 3 rings. CP3 kind of has a different ring to it. You see what I did there? All right, I'll let myself out. The Beard wins an MVP. No All-NBA for Paul. Oh, wait, he actually did make it. My bad. I've kind of been used to saying that. He averaged 19 and 9 this year. And we won 39 games. We're the 10 seed in the play-in. Hey, maybe we can punch our ticket to the playoffs? We lost to the Lakers. Bron dropped us off in round 2 of the play-in. But now CP3 will be making his way to New Orleans to play for the Pelicans alongside a young Zion Williamson. The Pels look kind of good with CP3. He's reunited with JJ Redick. You've got a young Zion, Drew Holiday, Brandon Ingram. Okay, maybe I'm hyping this team up a little bit too much, but I mean, they look decent. We'll see how year 1 with the Pels goes. This is where Paul will be spending the rest of his reverse career. LeBron with an MVP. Paul did not make All-NBA as a Pelican, and we won 47 games. How was Zion doing? He played really well next to Chris Paul. And in round 1, we're taking on Paul's former team. They added Kawhi and PG over the offseason. I really wish Chris Paul would have got to play next to Leonard and George in his reverse career, but unfortunately, that's just not how things lined up. So instead, we're going to have to beat them. We're down 3-2. Come on. At least get game 6, make it interesting. Here we go, game 7 against the Los Angeles Clippers. We got to get in the simcast for this one. Okay, we're down by 3 points here, minute 47 left. Clippers have the ball. It's going to be tough to stop Kawhi and PG, but hopefully our guys can find a way. Zubac will give it into Leonard. Leonard is defended by Drew Holiday. Screen will come from Harrell. Leonard steps back. He's going to attack the basket, shoots it right over Drew Holiday, who's one of the best defenders in the entire association. Now here comes Chris Paul. He's defended by Pat Bev, the menace. Paul attacking the basket here. He'll swing it out to Holiday. Drew Holiday defended by Kawhi. Holiday's trying to create some space but can't. This has been a terrible offensive possession. Somebody's got to shoot it. JJ will take the shot and knock it down. JJ Redick saves what was otherwise an absolutely garbage possession for the Pelicans. And now we are within 2. Here comes Patrick Beverley. He'll get the screen from Harrell. Bev will give it down to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard gonna put up the hook and miss it. Good defense from Drew Holiday. Holiday will give it up to Paul, the floor general. CP3 signature mid-range is off. Zoo will grab the rebound. Now the ball goes to Lou Williams. Lemon Pepper Lou with the rock. He'll swing it to Pat Bev. Now Bev gets the screen from Harrell. It'll go down to Leonard in the post. Leonard backing down Holiday. Great defense again. Come on, Drew. Zion has the ball. He's running center. He finds Lonzo open. Lonzo the flashy. Why didn't you just shoot it? Lonzo Simmons was wide open. Passed it to JJ Redick. Now Paul has it. He'll shoot and knock down a patented mid-range. Tie ball game. I don't know what was going on that possession, but it ended in a bucket, so we'll take it. Now there's only a 2.4 second difference between the shot and game clock, so the Clippers, I'm assuming, will chew quite a bit of clock here before they take their final shot. Here we go. Looks like Pat Bev is about to make his move. I'm noticing JJ Redick is guarding Kawhi. Oh no. Oh, there comes the help. Good job, BI. Leonard puts up the shot, misses. We get the board and call timeout. We still got 1.8 left. I know what's about to happen. A Chris Paul game-winning buzzer beater. JJ Redick into Paul. What did I tell y'all? Aw, man, he missed. We got overtime. That would have been crazy, though. I don't know why Paul was pulling up from way downtown like he was Chris Curry. But in overtime, the games remain pretty close. We're up by 3 here, 53 seconds left. Another bucket would go a long way. Chris Paul gets the screen from Zion Williamson. He's not going to use it, though. Paul gives it down to Ingram in the post. B.I. working on Morris here. Ingram puts up the layup and gets it to go. Big bucket from B.I. Morris will give the ball into Leonard. Clippers in desperate need of a bucket. Kawhi pulls up and gets it to go. And now the Clippers don't have to foul. They just need a stop here. And of course, LA has some pretty good defensive players. I noticed Paul George isn't in the game. He must have fouled out. Ball will go down to Ingram. Ingram loads it to Zion. Oh my gosh. Yo, Marcus Morris, what happened, big dog? What happened? What happened? Oh my gosh, I didn't see that coming at all. It's over with, bro. There's no way the Clippers are coming back from something like that. Ball will go into Kawhi. Clippers probably need a 3, but Kawhi's attacking the basket. He backs down Redick. Fadeaway J is off. It's so over for the Clippers, man. What a dunk from Zion. What a fun game to jump into, as Z had 40 in this one. He's a rookie, by the way. And now we're moving on to round 2 against the Blazers. This is a team that Paul has had his fair share of battles with. Oh, this is Blazers Mellow. Game 1 will go to Portland. We win game 2 and 3 and 4. Come on. We're in the conference finals taking on Golden State. A battle of the PGs. Curry versus Paul here. Oh, well, it's clear who's going to win the battle of PGs. We're down 3-0. We got swept. Well, it was a good run. Definitely a fun one. That game 7 against the Clippers was awesome. And Paul still has quite a few more years left here in New Orleans to try and win a championship with the team that drafted him, as Steph wins the championship with the Warriors. All right, now we're headed into the 2020-21 season. We no longer have Drew Holiday here in New Orleans, which definitely hurts, but Lonzo has gotten better, and at 6'6", I'm going to slide him to the 2 guard. I know he plays more like a 1, however, I just think it makes more sense with Chris Paul being on the team. So let's go ahead and get this season underway. Last year we made the conference finals. Maybe we can make the NBA finals this year. Giannis Antetokounmpo with an MVP. Zion most improved. Z made All-NBA this year. And we only won 44 games, so we were definitely feeling the loss of Drew Holiday. Also, Paul's just regressing. He only averaged 10 and 8 this year. We are still in the playoffs, though, and in round one, once again, it'll be the Clippers. Last year, we had a great battle with them. And this year, things might go the same way. We lost in 6. I was hoping for a Game 7 against the Clippers, but we didn't get it. Shout out to Chris Paul, a whopping 4 points in Game 6. But now things might get a little more interesting here in New Orleans, because we got some of our key role players. CJ's here, Valanciunas is here, BI's still here. The squad's kind of starting to come together. Joel Embiid wins an MVP. Oh wow, Chris Paul, All-NBA third. He averaged 16 and 11, a little bit of a bounce back year. And we won 53 games as a team. We're contenders here in the West, but unfortunately in round one, we have to face a contender, the Denver Nuggets. And we swept them. Wow. Next up, it'll be the Warriors. Of course, led by greatest basketball player of all time, James Wiseman. We're up 3-2. And we beat them in 6. Your Pels are in the conference finals. Ja versus Zion here in the conference finals. And we're cooking Ja right now. We're about to go to the finals, man. And we'll be taking on the Nets. Oh, no, not this Nets team. Injuries are off and they're going crazy. They made it all the way to the finals. I think this might be where our run ends. Maybe not. We're up 2-0. We're up 3-0. Chris Paul, another championship as Zion Williamson wins finals MVP. Are you serious, CP3? That's 4 rings. Now we're here for the 2022-23 season. Roster looks pretty good to me. Let's see if we can go back to back. Joel Embiid with an MVP. No All-NBA for Paul, but we did win 50 games on the year. Not bad at all as we look to go back to back. Round one, it'll be the Thunder, and we might be cooked. Yeah, we lost in 6. Not great from Paul. Oh my gosh. Triple single is crazy, CP3. So now we're headed into the 2023-24 season, and then we'll also simulate the upcoming season in real life, the 2024-25 season. So we got 2 more years left. Well, we're getting to that era of Chris Paul's career where he's pretty far past his prime. He's only an 80 overall with the morale boost at this point, which might result in a kind of rough year for the Pels. Paul will be coming off the bench for the team though, and they have a solid starting 5, so maybe the starting lineup can hold it down and Paul can just create opportunities for the guys off the bench. Kind of like he did with the Warriors over this past season. Wouldn't be a 2K video without a Luka MVP. 39 wins on the season. Man, we didn't even make the play-in. Chris Paul averaged a whopping 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. And now it's time for the final season. Chris Paul's last chance to win ring number 5. The Pels do have their new addition in DeJounte Murray, but this year Paul will be buried pretty far down in the rotation. We'll see if he can get carried for this 5th ring. Definitely a much better year here for your New Orleans Pelicans. Zion wins most improved, and we won 51 games on the season. Chris Paul, oh my gosh, yeah, time to retire, buddy. But hopefully before this video is over with, Paul can win 1 last ring. We got the Clippers in round 1, no more Paul George, and we lost in 7. Lost by 12 in this final game as Paul had 8 points in the last game of his reverse career. But overall, it was an impressive career for Paul. He ended up winning 4 championships, and he also won 2 Sixth Man of the Year awards. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.